You won't get the results if you don't try. Start it and then it'll happen and it'll probably be the best thing you've ever done. Trust the process.
So we've done a bunch of warm-up sets. We're going to work into our working set. So I'm going to go first, lead by example. Wish me luck. So I got to set a number that you can't beat. That's my goal. Oh, there's 1, 2.
Many reps later. Many reps later.
There's 10. Good man. Very nice. All right, Stelz, man. What was the 12-week rebuild results?
18 kilos in the 12 weeks.
18 kilos in 12 weeks.
18, yeah. Didn't expect that much, to be honest. So
yeah, wow.
Good. I was hoping for 6.
6?
Yeah, I was hoping just even mid 100 and something, but
yeah, wow.
When it kept dropping off, yeah, a lot of confidence then. It was good.
So starting weight, we were talking about this earlier.
112.
End of the 12-week rebuild, you weighed?
92.9.
Wow.
Yeah, a little bit back on since then, but just maintaining now. Like,
yeah.
Got through Christmas, laxed off a bit, but back into it, like, knew I could get it done, so
yeah,
it didn't worry me too much, but yeah.
You definitely gained some size though, with strength, haven't you?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Back down to there again, but just the size difference has just changed.
The body composition is different, yeah.
The look of everything, so it's been good.
Awesome. All right, mate, so you just mentioned that you lost more than you expected. What was that based on? Previous experience doing other online apps or in-person stuff?
Yeah, I started with one earlier and it's just, you sort of just get a bit lost. Like you get sent the plan and you don't know what to expect. You just get given it and then it's, you don't know where you're going to end up, but having the conversation with you each week, you can sort of work off and build on what you're doing and where you're hungry and where you think you're struggling a bit. So yeah, just having that support rather than just getting given something makes a massive difference.
Okay. So when you say that you thought you were going to lose 6 kilos but you lost fucking 18, it's based on previous experience with other
other apps, online apps. With, like I said, they just sort of, you get it and then you just left. And then you lose a little bit and you don't know like how much more you can go, or if you stop for that week, is that just it then after you lose 3 or 4? Is that, are you done now? But like being able to talk to someone about it and you're like, no, it's just a plateau, or it's just this week we'll cut something else out and you will see some more drops in that. So that's where it's good.
Yeah. In that 12 weeks, 18 kilos, like people are noticing, obviously.
Oh, definitely.
People around to the footy club.
Yeah, oh, definitely, yeah. Moving a lot better around footy and stuff like that when I started, and then was just moving so much better, like around the ground and stuff like that, running all day again, so it's just good.
Amazing. So we just got done with standing barbell curl with an easy bar variation. We're going to move into heavy tricep pushdowns. Because it's the first exercise of the triceps, we've warmed up the biceps, we've done the biceps, we start with the warm-up. So we're going to do 2 or 3 on this light stack. There's 6 pulleys on this stack, so it's really light. It says 95 kilos down there, but I promise you it's not. It's leveraged out over 9 stacks or 6 wheels, pulleys. And then we'll have to go on the flip side to do heavyweight. The heavier we go, the more you'll have to spread those feet and lean into it. No, as in this way. Yeah, as if you're bracing for a hip and shoulder, mate. There you go.
Many reps later.
Yep, save it, don't go to failure. Yep. We're moving into the working sets now, but before we do, man, I wanted to ask, what were some of your reservations before joining? Like, you've obviously done online apps before and you've tried different things.
It's just another gimmick, like you're just going to pay and then
automated shit.
You're onto someone else, like you speak to you the first time and then you're off to something, or it's like, oh, we'll check back in 12 weeks.
Yeah.
That sort of stuff. So, yeah, whether or not the program's going to change, it's just going to get stale, or how it's all going to work, but yeah, they're probably the main reservations.
Okay, and how was your experience versus those reservations?
Everything was different. Like the program changing up every 4 weeks was good. Like you're not you're actually looking forward to the next 4 weeks of like, you get to the end of the 4 weeks, you're like, oh, what's next week? Like it's like a restart again. And then just the meals and everything was just enjoyable to have that you put together for you. So you sit down and work out what you don't like and go from there.
Excellent. Okay. So it exceeded your expectations.
100%, yeah, definitely.
If I haven't met a stack I can't fucking handle, we'll definitely do the stack. Okay.
Many reps later.
So before you mentioned that you enjoyed the meal plan that you and I created for you, mention what was on it, man.
So in the morning, before the workout was the greens, like the intra cranberry juice.
Yeah. So a couple of supplements to make sure that you're fueled for your workout. Because you train first thing in the morning, right?
Yeah, get up about 5 o'clock.
Okay.
Have the lemon and the water in the morning, and then have that, head to the gym. Smoothie is probably my favorite thing, which is the mangoes and Rule 1, the pineapple and all that together. Have that after.
Put some yogurt in there as well.
Yeah, yogurt.
Yep. That's your post-workout smoothie?
Yep. And then middle of the day was a wrap. So chicken wrap with Nando's, peri-peri, spinach. I don't go too crazy with, it's normally just that, and spinach and the Nando's stuff, and just have a George form, just toast up in the middle of the day at work. So
very nice.
That was delicious. And then Rule 1 later on in the afternoon, spinach and potatoes for dinner.
Yeah. And I think that we had a snack bar in there at one point, and we had some cheese in there at one point too.
We've added things in and out when we had to, but it's all stayed around the same. And like, I'm a pretty fussy eater, so like I don't eat fish or anything like that. So it was perfect for me. So
beautiful. So you lost 18 kilos in 12 weeks, eating a smoothie, chicken wrap with mayo, a couple of protein shakes, steak and potatoes.
That's it.
Amazing.
And full, like probably eating more than what I was when I was heavier, but just not eating shit.
Yeah. So it's more volume, less calories.
Yeah, that's it. So.
Awesome, man. In the working sets, you need to be close to the stack, especially if you're lifting a weight that's similar to your body weight. Otherwise, it'll pull you up off the floor. So the main thing I'm going to do is turn my hat backwards so the cable doesn't clip the hat, and I can get sufficiently close enough to the machine so I can handle my body weight on a push down. See how it's hitting my face? All right, so as you can see there, that's a heavy set. Now, how have you found the weight loss and recomp journey lifting heavy weights versus trying cardio? You mentioned before you'd lost a fair bit of weight from doing a ton of cardio.
Yeah, years ago I'd lost my license and was stuck riding a bike, but I was probably doing 40K a day for 3 months and managed to drop like, I think 25 kilos or something like that. And it was awesome, but I couldn't maintain it. Like as soon as I got my car back, I wasn't doing 40Ks a day anymore. And then just slowly you start putting it back on. The fact that there is really no cardio in this, I was skeptical as well at the start, like thinking, I've always just thought that it's lifting heavy weights, you'll just be fat and you'll just get bigger. And so you will still look fat, but the no cardio thing, it's been good.
Yeah.
I enjoy it. So. I do enough running at football now, so I don't need it during the week.
Exactly, yeah. And that's the main thing I try and do with the rebuild as well, is let the weights and the calories do the heavy lifting, pun intended. Yeah. And then your lifestyle will take care of the rest. How many steps you take, what you're doing at work, your activities with the kids.
Yeah, definitely.
Sports you play, that's just part of your NEAT, non-exercise achieved thermogenesis, or your total daily energy expenditure.
Yeah. I'm sort of finding that I'm not wanting to go to footy training to do the cardio stuff because I just don't feel like I need it at the moment. I'll just rock back up when the games start. I'll come back then and then I'll start worrying about running. So it's been good not having to worry about trying to drop kilos before footy starts. So it's been good.
So we finished our 2 heavy workings on tricep push down. We're going to move into a bicep exercise now. Today's arm workout and how I program is you go bicep, tricep, etc. It just gives the muscle a bit of a chance to have a bit of a mini break, which to me improves performance metrics. So we're gonna do a couple of warm-ups on here, then 2 working sets, then we'll move on to a tricep. But before we do, Joel, I want to ask you, mate, so you're a dad of 2, you work full-time?
Yeah.
Does Mrs. work?
Yeah, she does,
Mrs. works as well?
Yeah.
How have you been able to fit the MPT rebuild into your lifestyle as a busy dad who works full-time with a wife who works full-time?
Lucky enough that I can do it in the morning, so I don't have to be anywhere before I get up. So really, I just go to bed a little bit earlier and just plan my day around just whatever time I need to be out on site. I just work back from that.
Excellent.
the kids are asleep, Mrs. is still asleep before she gets to school, but that's the way I've found it easy to do. Like, if I miss it, I can still do the afternoon. It doesn't take up a great amount of time, but the mornings for me is where I fit it all in. Okay. So that's been perfect for me.
Perfect, yep. And what about the meals and stuff? You found it's worked relatively easily in the lifestyle, or is it a bit of a...
I can put it together in 5 minutes now, everything. Like, it's just grabbing everything. Even my kids, they make my smoothies and that for me now. Like, they know what I'm having. They're happy with steak and veggies as well, so
perfect, which is a good thing, right?
Yeah.
You know, it's not a bad thing to have your family eating healthier with you.
No, definitely not. The kids, the smoothies, kids have it. I'll make it for my wife every night as well. She has a smoothie because nurse, busy.
Okay. So would you say that the MPT Rebuild's worked in with your lifestyle?
Oh, 100%. Hasn't disadvantaged anything. Like, it's all just been, just fit it in, make it work.
Awesome.
Yeah, it's been good.
Perfect.
Many reps later.
Try not to let the shoulder assist. See how the shoulder rolls forward and assists?
Yeah.
Try and keep the shoulder back so it's just the bicep. It's much harder to do.
Many reps later.
So you were telling me before that you're in the trade industry, you played footy for the last
Years.
decades.
I should have quit a long time ago, but still playing,
So you're still playing footy, you're around the footy culture. What's it been like doing a 12-week rebuild around those cultures that don't particularly encourage healthy eating and a healthy lifestyle?
Yeah, it was hard at the start. A lot of criticism and stuff like that. When you're, after every training on Wednesday nights, it's sausages and beers. So that's what a lot of them train for. And just a lot of criticism at the start, but then they sort of start to see the results. You know that it's working then when they stop saying that you should be drinking, and they're happy.
Interested in what you're doing.
You start to see, oh, maybe it's not as stupid just to not drink for 6 weeks or something like that. So it's not bad, but yeah, you got to knuckle down and do it. Like, if you want to drink, then you will drink. But if you know they're getting results, then it's easy.
So the answer in short is it's hard, but the results make it worth it.
100%. Like, you can see the results. They're there, so it's not hard to not have a beer or get two on the way home just when you're just driving home because you're bored in traffic. Like, you know what I mean? Like, the results are there. You know that you've got to train tomorrow and you want to see the results. So that's sort of like what helps you keep you motivated.
Agreed. And I think on top of that, like having a clear-cut goal, like when we sat down and did our first onboarding call, we set like a pretty big goal. Between 12 and 18 kilos was our goal, wasn't it?
Yeah, and then we sat down and we worked towards, I think we were in May, and I basically said to you, like, we're in the middle of the season, but I've got finals at this time. I want to work to the grand final, not drink, help me work into that and see where we go, like, and see what happens. Exactly. Then once we get to that point, we'll go from there.
Exactly. So setting a goal, not thinking, oh my God, I've got to have to quit booze for life.
No,
it's like, let's do it for the next 12 weeks. Here's the goal. And then weeks in, you were seeing that we're getting towards that goal, so it was worth it.
Yeah, definitely easier. And then worked to that goal, celebrated, did what it needed to do, and then we got back on and then just refocused for there what we're doing.
So it's a series of setting mini goals, really, isn't it? Yeah. Awesome. We'll stay pretty much fixed, and it's just the bicep.
Yeah.
Whereas you do this.
Yeah.
Like that. Gotta keep it back.
Many reps later. Many reps later.
So we're finished with preacher curls. For the biceps, we're going to move over here to a pin-loaded tricep dip. But before we do, mate, you obviously dropped a lot of weight. You're looking $1 million. Looking younger, by the way.
Yeah.
What does the missus think of the new rig?
Yeah, she's happy. Then when you both sit back and look at the photos, and then I'm like, what are you saying to them? But she's very happy. Like, heading into 40, like, you want to just really start looking after yourself. You don't have the same metabolism and stuff like that. So really, there's 1 or 2 ways that I could have gone or can go is worse or healthier. So
100%.
Yeah.
Awesome. I'm glad you touched on that, because you were saying to me earlier about the reason that you actually joined in the first place. So you were at the doctor's with your dad.
Yeah, so me and my dad actually see the same doctor and same build. And he's got type 2 diabetes, early onset Alzheimer's. And we were sitting there and they weighed him and he weighed less than me.
Wow.
And he's 25 years older. and he doesn't drink at all, never drinks. And I was just sort of sitting there and just had a little bit of a moment where I'm like, this is where I'm just going to end up with the needing to go on insulin, blood pressure tablets. Alzheimer's thing has a lot to do with his eating and his weight and stuff like that. So there's a bit of a wake-up call to sit there and have the doctor basically telling you in 20 years, this is what you're going to be on and this is where you're going to be at. So
wow. I think you said to me also on our initial consult that you were just about to start blood pressure meds.
Yeah, that's where we were at with my doctor. Like going, because of he knows my dad, he knows where I would have ended up. So start things early, and then after all this, I had bloods done before we started, and everything had just reversed. Like it's not even talked about anymore, blood pressure medication or anything like that. So I don't even need to go and see the doctor about that anymore. That's all completely gone at the moment. Just,
amazing.
Yeah, reverse the healthy eating and then just the dropping the weight. Yeah, it's just cleared all that stuff up. So
great, fantastic. Yeah.
Many reps later.
Twenty's the number. Come on, let's go.
Many reps later.
Come on, come on, come on. So we finished with machine dips. Now we're going to hit the brachialis with some hammer curls.
Many reps later.
Go up a little bit.
Many reps later.
Just finished our first working set on hammer curls. Wanted to ask you, mate, so you told me before that you're turning 40 in
July.
In July?
Yeah.
Okay, how confident are you going into your 40s now that you've upgraded your lifestyle?
Yeah, very confident. Only because it doesn't seem to impact my lifestyle like really at all. Like it just makes things a lot. They're just confident that I can just keep going on with it. Like the mornings, the meal plans and stuff like that. It's just easy to do. The workouts are enjoyable. So when it's enjoyable, it's not a hassle. It's not hard to go and do. So very confident in where we're at. Mate. Need to talk to you about getting ready because I'm going to Europe in the middle of the year, so we need to just cut a little bit more. But yeah, working towards that now.
Bring it on. Excellent. So we're finished with hammer curls. We're moving over to the last exercise of the day for triceps, a French press. But before we do, mate, I wanted to ask you, have you got any final words for somebody that might be on the fence or skeptical about joining the MPT Rebuild?
Yeah, I tried a few prior to starting up with you, like some of the online apps where you pay your weekly thing and you get given the thing on your phone with just a generic meal plan. And that probably lasted a month. To have the support each week with the calls and the video submissions of your workouts and the critique, it just helps you, you're not in no man's land anymore. You're sort of like, when you're on these apps that are just all on your phone, you don't know where you're going wrong. So just having someone on hand that you can just message to say, hey, this is where I'm not feeling it, or I'm at a plateau, and having it answered, just a bit of mind of ease as well. Personalised information, like we sit down and we go, this is what I'm not happy with, or even if it's just tired, sleep, like your bowel movements, anything like that. Like even just getting answers on that. Like I haven't gone to the toilet for 4 days, you're like, oh, that's natural, or just even those sorts of things just changes it from these other ones where it's just on your phone, and then all of a sudden you feel like after a month, you haven't lost any weight, you don't look any better, and you actually feel worse than when you started. So
you don't know what to do.
You don't know where you're at, so you just stop and you go back to it.
It's the knowledge on what to do specifically for you.
Yeah, definitely.
All right, so I guess to wrap that up, what would you say to someone skeptical?
You've got to give it a go. If you want the results, you won't get the results if you don't try. So, and it's just started, and then it will happen, and it'll probably be the best thing you've ever done.
Yeah, and what did you say before? Trust the process.
Trust the process, that's it.
All right, finished our arm workout. Congratulations, mate, on 18 kilos down in 12 weeks, 12-week rebuild. Any final words for the viewers at home?
The cheap apps don't work. Like, I've tried them. They look good at the start. Over time, you just realise it's cheap for a reason, and you just don't get the support that you need. And having that on a weekly basis makes a massive difference for everything. So just trust the process. It'll change your life for the better. Awesome.